Welcome, artists! This video will teach you the expectations and structure of our class so that you can prepare for a successful school year. Thanks to technology, students now have more opportunities than ever to take charge of their own learning. Rather than having a teacher lecture to the whole group of students, computers allow students to access the instruction at their own pace and get individualized help as they need it. I've adopted an approach to teaching known as the Modern Classrooms method. This means that I record my instruction, like in this video that you're watching right now, upload it all to Google Classroom, and allow you to work at your own pace through the unit, demonstrating mastery of concepts in your own time. Students report really liking the flexibility of the videos because they can pause and rewind if they get distracted or get caught up easily if they miss a class. Try it now. Pause the video and read some of what last year's students said about this class. I believe that by using this model of teaching, I'm able to better support the whole you. By taking the opportunity to develop your time management skills and work towards responsible decision-making, you are building emotional intelligence that you can apply in your day-to-day life. And because I'm not at the front of the room teaching, I'm better able to work with students to support your individual needs. Another positive feature of this method of teaching is that learning is accessible to all through the YouTube Auto Translate feature. If English is not your first or strongest language, watch this demonstration of how to turn on closed captions and translate them into the language of your choice. So how does this all work? Each new unit begins with a whole class discussion about the essential questions, inspiration, and concepts for that unit. Each unit begins with a launch day to make sure we all understand the big ideas for the unit. On launch day, I will give you a printed unit guide handout to include in your sketchbook to help you keep track of your assignments, and I will upload all assignments for that unit to Google Classroom. Google Classroom is where you will find detailed explanations for each assignment. I will also give you a pacing guide and keep a classroom unit tracker so that you are aware of what it means to be on pace or on time within each unit. Time management is an essential skill, but I want to make sure that you have the tools you need to practice this skill to learn to successfully manage your time well. My units are designed so that you work through learning about various art techniques and concepts, apply them through practice, and then use them to create your own unique works of art. Many people can think of art classes as an easy A. What they don't realize is that creation is actually at the highest level of thinking. Unit plans also reflect the artistic process. Each unit begins with a question or concept for inspiration, moves through the development stage of skill building, research, and practice, then into the creation stage where you can apply your skills into an art project. Finally, we reflect on what we've learned on our own and with each other. Within each unit, all lessons are labeled as must do, aspire to do, or mastery check. The must-do assignments allow you to learn and practice the skills and techniques you will need to complete the project. The project is your chance to demonstrate mastery by applying the skills you have practiced throughout the unit. Aspire to do assignments are ways for you to further develop the skills in the unit and are graded as extra credit. Each unit plan will also contain the learning targets and success criteria that you will be graded on. Knowing how to assess your own learning or think about your own thinking is called metacognition. Throughout the unit, you should be referring back to the learning targets to grade yourself on how well you are actually learning those skills. So what does a typical day look like in a modern classroom? At the beginning of each class, you should complete the daily check-in, which you'll find on Google Classroom. This is where you'll tell me what lesson you're working on and if you need help. After you complete the daily check-in, occasionally we will have an all-class activity, but usually you're free to jump back in where you left off with your learning. You may work with a fellow student or independently and continue working through the lessons and projects at your own pace. If you finish the project before the due date, you may work on the Aspire to Do option for extra credit and extra practice. At the end of class, we'll wrap up by having a few people share their thoughts on the learning target they were practicing that day. This is a great time to practice that metacognition and reflect on what you're learning. Another benefit of the modern classroom approach is that we stay focused on mastery-based grading. Your grade is calculated by assessing how well you mastered the learning targets presented in each unit. Must-do assignments are graded based on completion and are worth 40% of your grade. All mastery checks are graded based on the project rubric and are worth 50% of your grade. The final 10% is based on participation in whole group activities like the unit launch days and critique days, because I believe that being a supportive and engaged member of our community is important. I will keep grades up to date in PowerSchool, and I encourage you to monitor your progress as well. I know that this approach to teaching and learning might be new to you. The freedom to work at your own pace comes with the added responsibility of staying organized and managing your time. Here are my top tips for making the most of this model. Use your class time wisely. Come to class on time and ready to learn. Use the daily check-in and unit tracker to make sure you're on pace. Collaborate with your classmates for help, and always ask for help when you need it. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy exploring the rest of Unit 0, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on our modern classroom.